Anyways, I have one more. At least one more thing I'm gonna do. It's a certain route. This one I have not seen. I've learned of this route. I have seen screenshots of this route. I have not gone through this route myself or watched anyone go through this route. This is what is known by the achievement as the Toxic Yuri route. I need to see Tabitha. Maybe there's an explanation for what I've witnessed. So what I've done is I've gone through the game while not getting close enough with Stella or Tabitha, so that then Tabitha will go and comfort Stella herself. She will go and talk to Stella herself. They will make up. And now we will see what happens. The events of this morning beg for an immediate confrontation. By the time you notice where your legs are taking you, you're already en route to the Scarlet Mines. Please don't be a strong strike. Please don't be a strong strike. You stumble down the road. Your panicked thoughts directing themselves like a pointed arrow towards your destination. Things will make sense again just as soon as you get where you're going. Thank you. Okay. Because I got to the toxic area at one time before this, and I fucked it up because there was a strong strike and I didn't have a good enough relationship with the miners to be able to get through, for them to let me through. The only way I could get through was by inciting a riot. Thank God that this is not a strong strike. There are no picketers outside the mine today. The only sound is the constant low industrial clanking of it. Unending productivity. The only sign of life, the slow-moving machinery beyond the rickety chain link fence. The Scarlet Hollow mines are ticking along as they always have. There's nothing here to stop you from seeing your cousin. Alright. Here you are, outside of your cousin's office. The only thing left to do is go inside. Knock first. You walk up to Tabitha's trailer and knock on the door. You wait for a moment. What is it now? Come in. Hi, Stella. What perks did I have? Traits. Talk to animals and tree smart. Right, because I wanted to see if Gretchen had anything to say during this. You enter your cousin's office to find her seated at her desk, shotgun in hand, cleaning its mechanisms with focused intent. Let me get to an empty save page, because I have a feeling I'm going to want to save some throughout this interaction. You're more than familiar with this firearm. It was only last night that you saw your cousin use it to deadly effect. But your cousin isn't the only person in her office today. Stella is here too. Wow, hey, it's Lilac. Hello. You're here. Yes, Stella. My cousin is here to bother me at work. It's not exactly a surprise. Don't be weird. What a happy turn of events. These two have been talking about you all morning, and for a lot of last night. Have they now? There's a weird energy in here, an eagerness in their eyes, like circling cats eyeing what they hope might be a particularly stupid mouse. I have a feeling I know what that talking was about. Don't make any sudden moves. Get the hell out of here. Gretchen says you've been talking about me since last night. What's up with that? The dog? Gretchen, you're not supposed to tell. Oh dear, have I done something wrong? I thought we were all friends. I thought that was good. I'm apprehensive. Stella darts across the room, turning the lock on the office door and slamming the bolt shut. Stella, what the hell are you doing? I'm doing the plan we talked about. The plan... Stella, Jesus Christ, it's too early for this. I told you I had everything sorted out. There was a timeline. Come on, Tabitha, your version of having things sorted out was so convoluted. You gotta learn to seize the moment. Holy fuck. And in this moment, Lilac is right here, alone. And you said we needed Lilac, alone. So this is perfect. We're just gonna have a talk, okay? So go ahead and sit down, and we can sort everything out. Hmm. Yeah, Stella. Just the talk. If I don't like this talk, then what? Tabitha's going to shoot me? Great way to start a conversation. You just lock me in here, Stella. I know Tabitha's important to you. It sounds like dungeon in the estate. I think she knows about the dungeon already. Hmm. Oh, there are good. There's some good dialogue options here. Stella, I know Tabitha is important to you, but I found some sort of dungeon in the estate. She already knows. Dungeon, over Christ's sake, you've been in the Forbidden Wing, haven't you? See, Tabby, I was right. Clearly now is the perfect time to let Lilac in on things. She's already figured some of it out, and now we can fill in the blanks. Yeah, now we can fill in the blanks, yeah. Tabitha struggles for a moment, choking down her obvious anger. But finally, she swallows it, her face settling back into stony focus. Oh, Tabitha is manipulating her hard right now. Yes, okay. Let's do it. Let's fill in the blanks. Have a seat. I'm saving it like every dialogue line because I... What the hell are you two doing? Let me out of here. See, Stella? This is part of the issue. My cousin is an obstinate ass. Come on, Lilac, you're already here. It's not any worse to sit down than it is to stand. Though I bet you'd be more comfortable. Fine. Alright, I'll sit. It's hard to ignore the weakness of your current position. Not only are you outnumbered, you're outgunned, and clearly they both know something you don't. You sit, even if you don't grace your host with a verbal acknowledgement. Behind you, Stella drags another chair towards the door, propping it under the handle. Sorry, just making extra sure we don't get interrupted. Tabby, do you want to... Trying to talk to Lilac was your idea, Stella, not mine. You take the lead. Okay, so... Not so easy, is it? That's how I felt last night, too. Yeah, where do I even start? Okay, magic is real, that's obvious at this point, even if you could write off the ditchlings as weird creatures or hallucinations or whatever. Charlie isn't exactly something you can explain as anything but magic, so there's no debate there, right, Tabby? Yeah. And I'm sure you've noticed, Lilac, that your family is connected to all of this. That's no coincidence. It was after the collapse. Enoch. The town was going to fall apart, so he made a deal. He saved Scarlet Hollow, but deals usually come at a cost, right? So he had to trade something for the town's salvation. Though the price was only paid by Scarlets, it's always been paid by Scarlets. A Scarlet is locked away from the world, bound to the estate by magic, and in return, the town itself prospers. There isn't a Scarlet locked away anymore, which is why everything has started falling apart. The deal is broken, well, temporarily broken, and there's only so much time left to fix it. That's where you come in. You're a Scarlet. You have the power to save the town if you're willing to use it. And I don't see why you wouldn't. If I could do it instead and save the whole town, you know I would. Especially since that would mean spending the rest of my life with Tabby. I can imagine way worse fates. I mean, really what we're offering is a free room and board for life. We'll make it nice for you, spruce up the place. And I'd cook for you, of course. Like your own personal chef. And we can play games and let you watch movies and keep up with the news. It doesn't have to be such a bad thing. It sounds an awful lot like my life, and I love my life. Stella is always looking out for me and feeding me lovely things and making sure I have nice soft beds to sleep on. You could still sell things on Etsy. I'll even mail stuff out for you. Tabby could even drive out to Goat to pick up Truck for you. I forgot I named this one Goat because another thing, Tabby has a goat. Tabitha has a goat in her shed out there, and I have a feeling it's connected to something. That's why I've talked to animals on Street Smart specifically, because I wanted to be able to break in the shed, and I did. I fed the goat my peanuts, because I heard that does something in this conversation. But yeah, I named the town I came from Goat. The city I came from. So, what do you say? Hey, what the fuck? Yeah, Stella has been hardcore manipulated by Tabitha. Stella has been hardcore manipulated by Tabitha here. This is some serious fucking manipulation Tabitha did with her to get her to be okay with this. Both of you fuck off. Clearly Tabitha has given her something of a sanitized version of what imprisoning me would would entail. And has also seemed to promise her that she is going to get back together with her under the pretense of her helping with this. This is such a fucked route. Okay, I'll do it just immediately. You're better than this, Stella. You know this is wrong. You can tell she sugarcoated it for you. You really think she's stupid, don't you? She's not stupid. I know this because I know her. Shut the fuck... Tabitha, I love you. This run, you are a fucking asshole. This run, you are such a piece of shit. Like, because she's so clearly manipulating Stella, because Stella is in an awful state of mind after everything that's happened this week. And Tabitha knows that. She went specifically when Stella was at her worst state of mind she had been in the entire week, presented this plan to her with the promise of getting back together with her. A sanitized version of this plan, might I add. And is getting her to help out with this. God damn, wow. This is fucked up. That's what she's doing now. She knows I've been honest with her and this is what needs to be done. Isn't that right? Yeah, it is. I'm sorry, I know this must feel like such a horrible thing to ask of you, but I care so much about this town. Everyone I know is here, my whole life. I'm sure if someone asked this of you to protect your city, including everyone in it, you would see why I feel this way. Stella, how do you know Tabitha has told you everything there is to know about this? I don't think you understand how well I know Tabby. She told me about the room you'd be staying in, and I've seen enough to know she's telling me the truth. Tabitha remains conspicuously silent. Aha. Tabitha, why can't you volunteer? Why does it have to be me? The deal doesn't mean the mines run themselves, Lilac. This is how it works. One Scarlet to run the mines and one to shoulder the other burden. Neither of us is getting out of this with our freedom intact. Know that. What if I say no? Do you let me walk out? I don't think you should say no. Not because we'll do anything, that's not a threat. Just because I don't think there are really any other options for you. Yeah, if you try to leave town, you're not going to get far. Trust me. I do know that. The ditchlings are going to fuck me up. Again, not a threat, just reality. Either you do it and the town recovers, or you don't, and the town keeps getting worse, all while we're stuck here. It's not like there are other good options here. This doesn't add up. How does Wayne fit into all of this? Don't ask me about him. Please. Tabitha, it's okay. You can say more. We're being honest now, remember? That's how we build trust. Tabitha sits in stubborn silence for a long moment, squirming under Stella's thoughtful gaze. He doesn't fit into this. He's just a mistake. Not my mistake, and one that should never have happened, and it won't happen again. Oh, I'm getting a lot of interesting information here. It's Perlan, right? And Perlan killed Wayne, and whatever the entity is possessed his body. And don't keep needling me about it, asking, what shouldn't have happened, Tabitha? Why is he all gross? Is he dead? Is he alive? Just stop bringing him up. I know we're supposed to be all open and chatty or whatever, but it's painful for me. I liked him. It's okay, you have me now. And that's better. Even if everything else is worse, that's better. Sure. Tabitha, you are hardcore manipulating Stella right now. Wow. She didn't answer your question. What does the witch have to do with all of this? Wayne told me to find the witch. A witch? I guess I shouldn't be surprised, since magic is real. I guess witches must be too. It doesn't matter if witches and wizards are real, or if they all go to some magic high school with centaurs or whatever. None of that is relevant to us, and more importantly, you should not trust a word that comes out of that thing's mouth. I feel like it goes without saying. The rotten thing is stalking you. The rotten thing stalking you is not the most trustworthy source of information. I mean, we could go looking anyway, just in case. Tabitha, you know who the witch is. I know from other playthroughs I've done, you know who the witch is perfectly well. Stella, this is not stuff from your YouTubes. This is real life, and we have a job to do. No more looking for clues. I have all the clues you could want. Or giving her a watered-down version of the actual plan with the promise of getting back together with her while she's at her worst place mentally she has been in a long time. Yeah, that's what you have. Jesus, wow, she is really going hard on manipulating Stella. I've seen the room where our family kept those other Scarlets. It's not exactly a luxury suite. That's where I come in. You can do a lot with a small space these days. You know, tiny living, it's a trend now. See, it's trendy. We're going to do better than Tabitha's older relatives ever could. This isn't some kind of divine punishment. We care about you. We want you to be happy. We can get you a plant. I've heard those are good for air quality and morale. Because we're nice. We care about that stuff. Yeah, you do, sure. Tabitha just, like, Stella actually going along with trying to be nice with this plan, and Tabitha just going along with that. And maybe we can move you to a bigger room eventually, once we've done some work on the place. But we can only do work on it if it stays standing. And it only stays standing if, you know, you do this. This is such an interesting route. What happens if we just don't go through with things? Leave the town, let whatever happens happen. We can't do that. The speed of Stella's response is almost alarming. We can't. If we give up, the town is ruined. Done. Yep, goodbye Scarlet Mines, goodbye Scarlet Hollow. No job means no one can stay. Not unless they're willing to live off the land like some kind of freakish hill people. But even ignoring that, no one can leave. My parents. That's why they died. Yeah. It's why Vivian went out the way she did. It's why everyone who leaves town is met with ruin until they eventually drag themselves back, destitute, with their mistakes trailing after them. If they ever make it out in the first place. But if we make the town a nicer place to be, if we bring it back, people won't have to leave. Yeah, because that's specifically something I picked up from this, is that people can leave the town technically, but they're going to have this constant pull at them. And also leaving the town is going to take something from you. It took Stella's parents from her trying to leave the town to go to college. Vivian eventually died. God, the lore of this game is really interesting. Save again. You could just say, okay, I'll do it. This is all so unfair. You can't put this kind of pressure on me. Stella, this is pointless. Damn. Since we're all being honest here, I'll go ahead and let you know that I've tipped a line to the police. There's a button here behind the desk. I think we're done talking. So let's sit here in polite silence for a bit. I'm sure it won't take long for them to get here. It's not like they ever have much going on. Please just stop. You absolute bitch. This was pretty stupid. You're hiding things. Tabitha, whatever's about to happen, I need you to know this. Found in a drawer letters from you. Oh, I can give her the letters from her dad. I assume the cops work for you. What would have happened if I'd said yes? The mines aren't worth this. Tabitha's town isn't worth this. Why are you being so mean to me? I just wanted to help you. I wish I'd stayed home. Tabitha, whatever's about to happen, I need you to know this. I found these in a drawer. Letters from your dad. They were being hidden from you. What? You lay the cards in front of her. Stella leans forward, peeking over her shoulder as she reads the handwritten notes next to the kitschy pictures of cats and birthday cake. I thought you said he was a deadbeat. He is a deadbeat. This doesn't change anything. So what? He sends me some stupid birthday card every year? He's still gone. I was still alone in that house with all of those years with her. What exactly were you hoping to achieve with this, Lilac? What, were you hoping I'd abandon everything my family has built and rush off to the coast to find some relative I haven't known since I was 5? I don't care about this man who never once came to rescue me, even though he knew exactly what I was living through. Tabby. Silence falls over the room. Tabitha is breathing hard, trying to pull herself back together. Hey, it's okay. How about we send him something after all this is done, okay? Maybe it's worth getting in touch. I can't think about this right now. I have bigger problems, but at least one of those problems is about to be dealt with. Yeah. A knock at the door interrupts her conversation. Miss Scarlet, permission to enter? Stella, the door. Right, sorry. Estella carefully, quietly removes the chair from in front of the door. Tabitha motions for you to stand. Isn't that the mayor's goon? At Tabitha's beck and call? But that would mean he's at our beck and call. Well, if it isn't Lilac, I assume your cousin has been a problem, and that's why you called me up here. Isn't that right, Miss Scarlet? Exactly, officer. A big problem. Seems Lilac has been making a habit of that lately, to the point where I was already out looking for you. I'll be taking you in for questioning. I'm still investigating the gas leak that shut down the library the other day, and your cousin is the prime suspect. Fine, but we should swing by the estate on our way to the station. There are some things you should see. You are not the owner of that property, therefore you can't give me permission to enter without a warrant. As the owner of said property, I don't give you permission. There, you have it. There you have it. I am not the kind of man to go breaking into people's houses, so how about we skip the detour and just take you straight back to the station? Alright. I want to see other ways you can handle that scene. Because, yeah, this is just going to go into the farmhouse stuff. I'm going to load. I'm going to try and see what other stuff I can do. I want to see what other ways I can take this scene. Okay, try and get the hell out of here. You don't waste another second. You turn quickly and head right back out the door, slamming it hard behind you in your mad dash to get away. You keep running despite Stella crying out after you. You don't need to hear it. You make it all the way back down the hill before finally stopping, panting, trying to think of where you can possibly go next. Okay, so that just sends me to another possible place I can go. I was wondering if Stella would just, like, rush to exit, to, like, hurry and lock the door before I could get to the door. But no, I guess that just actually removes me from the scene. Let me see. Stella, do you realize how scary you're being right now? Scary? But I'm not. I'm just Stella, you know me. I guess I get how locking the door can make you uncomfortable. But it's really about making sure nobody comes in. It's not like I'm cornering you. Though I also do want you to stay and hear us out. Because we're all friends here, and friends talk things out. Right, Tabby? God damn it, we're really doing this, aren't we? Okay, sit down. Fine, but this had better be good. Behind you, Stella drags another chair towards the door, propping it under the handle. Yeah, same dialogue as last time. Same dialogue as going through the scene. The first time. What if I just immediately accept? Okay, I'll do it. Huh? Really? See, Tabitha, I knew I could get through to her. We just had to talk it out. So now what? I didn't plan for this. Things won't be ready until after the funeral. The sound of a distant police siren. It's coming closer, its wail getting louder. Shit, why now? Why now? Oh god, do they know? It's okay, there is no way they know. Everything is fine. The hard part is over. We'll just come up with some excuse to get the cops off our backs. Then we can all go back to the estate and figure it out from here. The siren stops. There's a sound of shutting car door, footsteps on gravel, then a knock. It feels loud in the cramped space of Tabitha's office. I'm gonna let him in, and we'll all act natural, okay? Stella moves the chair from in front of the door, as carefully and silently as possible. Hi there, Deputy. Nice weather out there, huh? Is that the mayor's goon at Tabitha's beck and call? Yeah. Miss Richmond, Miss Scarlet, I am sorry to be a bother. You better make this quick. It took Tabitha no time at all to pull the mask back up, hunching her shoulders, scowling, clearly communicating how much this interruption is ruining her day. I'm sorry to say it, but I'm afraid I'll have to take your cousin here in for questioning, ma'am. Questioning? What? Right now? Why? I'm still investigating the gas leak that shut down the library the other day, and your cousin is the prime, so you have no evidence. I have plenty of... Listen to me, you overgrown hall monitor. If you want to keep that fancy badge of yours, you'd better forget you ever got it in your head to come up here and try to bother my cousin, a Scarlet. Hey, calm down, Tabby. Calm down? Did you hear the guy? He wants to lock Lilac away. This ruins everything. God damn it, Tabitha. You're kind of giving yourself away here. No, it doesn't. It just means she'll be in one place. A very secure place, instead of out here where anything could happen. I mean, the town hasn't been safe lately. I think that much is clear. Maybe it's not that bad of an idea, making sure your cousin is someplace safe. At least until the funeral, right, Tabby? Tabitha is silent for a moment, considering, carefully forming her next question. And you'll be sure to keep an eye on Lilac. Make sure nothing happens? Of course, ma'am. There are cameras in the cell, so we'll be able to watch your cousin at all times. And I can come and get Lilac for the funeral? Well, if convicted of a crime, I can't exactly, Tabitha shoots him a withering glare. Never mind, ma'am. I'm sure an exception can be made for an important family event. Okay, go ahead. I need to fulfill my destiny. Thank God you got me out of there, officer. They were gonna lock me away in a room for the rest of my life. I hope you aren't deluded enough to think I'll believe some crazy bullshit like that. Though I suppose with that sort of accusation, there must be something wrong with your head, especially if you thought I'd believe you. I've known those girls for years. Miss Scarlet has always been a perfectly law-abiding citizen, and Miss Richmond may get up to mischief here and there, but she never had anything but kindness in her heart.